everybody? It's your boy King Crowder checking back in with another one of my important book reviews. I always get helpful tips. People ask me what to read, and this series is dedicated on what information is important and things you should read. So what I want to start doing is just giving helpful information of things I've read or currently reading and tell you why it's important. This book that I've read is called A Man's Search for Meaning. The author is Viktor Frankl. A little bit about Viktor Frankl. He was actually an Austrian. He was actually a Holocaust survivor from Austria. He actually became a psychiatrist. And one thing he was very big into was how he'd gone on to his experiments and theories. The reason why this book was so monumental, in my opinion, is because of the three concepts that are so important. The first one, a man has to understand the brain is just like the human body. What do I mean by that? The human body is an organ that must be practiced. Say if you want to work out, right? And for you to work out and be in tip-top shape, you must constantly rework your muscles, and that's how they get stronger and bigger. Repetition, exercises, eating, nutrition. The same thing goes on with your brain. If you want your brain to really develop and be strong and be firm and grow your intelligence, you have to constantly read and work at it. It's a concept that we never really think about, but literally reading is how you exercise your brain muscles. That was the first concept that was thrilling to me. The second concept that was amazing to me in this book was how Victor broke down that a man always has an option to never give up faith in things that may happen in your life. For example, your right to choice. This man was incarcerated in the Holocaust, and he kept his sanity in his mind because he learned that the last thing a man ever has control of is the choice. The choice of your mind to wake up, the choice in your mind to keep going, the choice in your mind to re-engineer how you think and renewing of your mind to know things will get better. It's a magnificent concept when you think about sometimes you may not be given the options that you think you may not have. Mr. Frankl reinforces that in his book by giving countless examples of how he was at the even point of death in his life and not eating for 7 to 10 days. And at that point, even though he was weak, hurt, and overworked, he still knew in his mind he had the choice to fight off death. He had the choice to wake up each and every day. He had the choice to make newer and better and more impactful decisions. In my mind, Mr. Frankl's work was magnificent when you think about it from that concept that each one of us have that right to not give up our basic human dignities each and every day. The final thing I would incorporate with this book, my little bit of criticism, I felt like it was very short. It was a short book, almost 100 pages. It was short, sweet, and direct, but I feel like a little bit more information could have been explained upon. Overall, I would give this a 5-star review for anybody that is trying to re-engineer their mind, how they think, and understand how the mind works when you're going through troubling actions. I would highly recommend it just based on the literature aspect of it. This gentleman broke down what happened to him when he was in probably one of the most scariest and worst moments of a person's life. Literally being entrenched and knowing you smelling dead bodies, being around people that are getting shot, getting experimented upon, the worst actions human beings could ever go through. And as a Black American myself, I can definitely resonate with me. Just knowing how he went through a tumultuous situation and overcame that huge obstacle in his life. Again, the book's name is The Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, and it goes into mind development and how things can be included inside your life. I think this author's a great read for anybody that wants to learn new bits of information and also how you can redevelop and rebuild on your mind. That's all I got to say. This edition right here is definitely good information. I would add it to your collection. If you do not currently have it, it is definitely a must read. All I want to say, baby, is King Crowder. I'm checking out. Peace.